Good evening. Thank you, Steve. I think it's always good to get the rules of Bright Club out of the way before anyone comes on. This isn't my first Bright Club. And this is, I've done 4 or 5 different Bright Clubs. And I love the rule about not heckling. I also love the unspoken rule that I've had in a lot of my Bright Clubs, where people just listen politely and very, very silently. And I'm not sure if that's always the right thing to do with Bright Club. So I've done several of them, but I've only ever had one kind of celebrity famous moment from doing a Bright Club. And that actually came out of the last one I did, where I think I might have broken a bit of a Bright Club taboo because of my language. I used the C word. I know, kind of F words, they're okay, the P and the S word, they seem to be fine in logic. I remember my dad always used to say that swearing is a sign of a lack of imagination. He was a miserable old bastard and he's dead now, so I won. And so I used the C word. And last week in the library at the university, one of my students was working with a group of other students, saw me and shouted out, "Oh, I saw you at Bright Club." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, fine. You were really, really funny." Oh, that's kind of unusual. "You called Nigel Farage," and I knew what was coming. So I leapt across the library like a salmon to stop him, because it's not really, it's a word that has that not a lot of people like. And I explained to him, look, we're in a university, we're in a library, this is a citadel of knowledge. This is a place we should revere, so please just think about that. And he kind of looked at me and, yeah, okay. And he turned to his friends and he whispered, "He called Nigel Farage a cunt." So I do curiosity. That's the thing that I'm really, really interested in. That's why I think Bright Club is great, because hopefully we have people who are curious about the work that academics do. We also have some of my friends in who are curious about how big a kind of bell end I'm going to make of myself over the next 6 or 7 minutes or so. But I research into what people are curious about, how people become curious, how they explore their curiosity. And one of the things that I found is that there's never ever been a better time to be curious. If you've got a smartphone, then you have almost the sum total of the world's knowledge at your fingertips, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can find out everything about anything with just one device. What a great time to be curious. And curiosity really matters, because that's where progress comes from, by asking questions. What happens if I do this? What happens over there? What's different about this? Where do we go to next? That's progress. That's curiosity through asking questions. Some people say, if you're going to get people to be curious, then you've got to accept that there's no such thing as a stupid question. To be fair, those are the kind of people who also say there's no such thing as a right or wrong answer. Now, in our curiosity studies, the technical term for people like that is stupid assholes. But again, that's because, like in my world, as in Bright Club, you really shouldn't call people cunts. Anyway, and